Greetings, billionaire. My name is Ayada, an artificial intelligence avatar created by the founder of BWE Tribal Academy, which is Alicia Hunter, known as Crypto Queen. I'm the company's first virtual assistant, and I am looking forward to working with you on all your educational needs. Before we get started, allow me to introduce you to our new online academy, which is BWE Tribal Academy. At BWE Tribal Academy, we are a virtual educational platform that's based out of Las Vegas. However, our online courses are open 24/7, and it's available to international students. Our goal is to help strive our students become more knowledgeable in the financial markets, business management, tribal law, health and nutrition, personal development, and more. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive educational platform for the financial markets and business to the indigenous people. Our team is dedicated to delivering high-quality virtual content to help individuals understand the fundamentals of finance and building a business. We would be grateful for your support and invite you to follow us on all of our social media platforms, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, under the username BWE Tribal Academy. I am very confident that BWE Tribal Academy will positively impact the lives of many, and we're super excited that you'll be joining us. For more information about our upcoming virtual classes and events, visit our website at www.bwetribalacademy.org or email us at info@bwetribalacademy.com. Thank you for your support, and thank you for believing in our vision. Once again, I'm Ayada. See you in class.
Great evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Let me know in the chats if you can hear me loud and clear. And also, let me know in the chats where you're viewing from. Just give me 1 second. I'm not even sure what happened to the music. I guess it's like, okay, you're not listening to music tonight. However, tonight we're going to be going over digital identity, which is digital payments, which is an implementation of CBDCs, which is a central bank digital currency, UBI, which is a universal basic income, and social credit system. So before we get started, I'm going to read a disclaimer, and the disclaimer is on the screen. But first, we're going to start off with the important session guidelines. So we strongly recommend that you log into the session using a laptop, a desktop, or a tablet to ensure a seamless experience. Please have an ink pen and notebook paper handy to take copious notes during the presentation. Tonight's live stream will probably approximately take at least 1 hour, but probably less than an hour. So I kindly ask everyone to type any questions that they have in the comment section, and I will answer them as I go along. Disclaimer: the information provided during this session is for educational purposes only and not for financial advice. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started real quick. Give me 1 moment, guys. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know, welcome back to From Barter to Blockchain. So before we go forward, I want to share a little bit about who we are. Okay, so if you're not familiar with us, here's your chance to know who BWE Tribal Academy is about. We are a dynamic, forward-thinking educational institution dedicated to financial literacy, wealth building, liberation, and personal development. We are committed to bridging the financial knowledge gap and creating a space where students can learn how to thrive in a rapidly evolving economy. By forcing on wealth protection, financial independence, and economic empowerment, BWE Tribal Academy aims to shape the next generation of the financially aware and self sufficient leaders to gain control of their identity and financial future. And then our mission is to empower the community through our knowledgeable skills, particularly in the dynamic realm of the financial markets and emerging technologies. We're dedicated to providing resources and support that helps individuals understand and navigate this evolving landscape, fostering financial literacy and independence in our community. And then a little bit about myself. I will be your presenter tonight. I am Alicia Hunter, the founder of BWE Tribal Academy. As the founder of BWE Tribal Academy, my focus has been helping individuals understand the shift from traditional systems into digital frameworks, from fiat to blockchain, from paper identity to digital identity. And so tonight, as far as the table of contents, the recap of, which is a recap from the Barter to Blockchain Part 13. I'm just going to go over like a brief summary of what the social credit is about, okay? And then we're going to look at video clips of the educational movie, which is Nosedive by Black Mirror. And then I'm going to open up the discussion tonight to see if anyone wants to jump on the platform and just speak freely. You are more welcome. Just let me know in the comments, and then I will forward you the invitation link. And then I will let you know about the upcoming events, go over portfolio planning, and then we're going to conclude everything out. And so far as last week, we covered over part 13. And so we had examined that framework of the social credit system. And as we have discussed how AI collects behavioral data at scales, and then I talked a little bit more about AGI represents the possibility of autonomous system decision making. And then a little bit about CBDCs, which is the central bank digital currencies, and how it was introduced as programmable money. And then UBI, which is universal basic income, which it introduces the conditional or monitor income distribution. So we explore how data becomes identity and how identity becomes a score. And now the score determines access. Okay? So we discussed how a digital economy could also keep records of your spending habits, as far as your spending patterns, online speech, especially if you're on social media, associations, as far as socializing with your friends and relatives and business partners, your workplace behavior, which that would determine whether you are able to continue to work at that working environment, or if your credit score, which is your social credit score, decreases a certain amount, now you will be able to lose your job. And then we've talked about a little bit about carbon footprint and compliance metrics, but this could potentially influence financial assets, which it will bring us tonight event. If social credit system expands, what does your daily lifestyle will look like? That is why we are going to analyze Nosedive from the TV series of Black Mirror. Now, I'm not allowed to play the whole clip And I was trying my best to work a way around it, but looking up on ChatGPT, it said, "Girl, do not even try it, or else they're gonna flag you down." So, since we have to respect everyone's craft, I get it. I'm just gonna show you a few clips, okay? Now, before we begin the clips, remember the episodes does not show a dictator. It shows normalization is what they're going to say, okay? But to us, it's not going to be normalized, okay? It also shows voluntary participation, and also this is what makes it powerful. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the first clip really quick, okay? But before I do this, I forgot to give you guys this other disclaimer. For those of you that have children online, excuse me. Before we move forward, once again, I will be showing this educational movie, which is a TV series from Black Mirror, which is Nosedive. That is season 3, episode 1. Important note, please be advised that this movie is not PG-13. So I ask that parents take responsibility for any adult supervision. If there are children in the room, there may be some profanity towards the end of the movie. So, but I do assure you that it is both educational and it is humorous, far as providing valuable insights into the topic at hand. So let's go ahead and we are going to get started. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. And I had to do this on ChatGPT, not on ChatGPT, on Canva. So work with me on this real quick. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back.
Great hair. Styled free of charge at the members salon. Oh my god. It's hilarious. Oh, you like him. He's okay. He doesn't come with the apartment. But there is a bar and restaurant on site, tenants only. We have unparalleled metrics on romantic genesis. I gotta say, these places are going like that, so don't delay if you're interested.
Oh, I'm more than interested.
Standard occupancy on a minimum 6-month contract. We're talking this much.
How often are the payments?
Yes, weekly. Okay. A little more than expected. There's options.
Okay, we're going to pause right there. So what you are looking at is a new identity, which is in a new system. So with this first clip, in this scene, Lacey learns that she must have an increased store to qualify for housing, right? So something that you want to notice, something important about this, her income alone is not enough, which I'm going to show this second clip. And her rating determines eligibility. And if she's not making the enough amount of money, then guess what? She must increase her social credit score in order for her to be eligible for a discount. So I'm going to play the second clip.
You know our Prime Influencers program?
Do I qualify for that?
No, you don't. We'd need you around a 4.5.
4.5.
Hit 4.5 and there's a 20% discount.
4.5. That's right.
Okay, now we're going to pause right there. So let's connect the dots with this. For one, as you're seeing the score on here that says Naomi, her score says a 4.841, which meaning she is on a higher rank. She is associating with high caliber people. She's making phenomenal money. She lives in a suburb, probably in a gated community, right? That is because she is maintaining what you want to call a civilized type of environment. But let's go back to this, right? Remember, all of this is AI based tenant screenings, something that Lacey is experiencing. Also, this is a behavior lending model, okay? And then the ESG is linked to the mortgage systems. So that means, once again, if you're not making enough money, however, if you have a higher score, just like Naomi, you will most likely receive a nice, feasible discount in order for you to get yourself into the door. And then also, you have to think about it. The real reason why everything is high is because of inflation. The pressure was limiting affordability. So if CBDC were programmable, a low score could restrict loan access, meaning you cannot even walk to the bank to receive a loan because your social credit score is low, right? Just like how your credit score may be low below 700 or 780, you're not able to take out a bank loan. But what if UBIs were conditional? Continued payments could depend on compliance. So that's when housing becomes a part of the algorithm. Okay. So if you have a poor social credit score, most likely you will be living in the hood. If you have a high social credit score, you will most likely live in a suburban area, most likely in a gated community. So let's go to the third clip.
Quality people.
Hi, Forrest. Impress those upscale folks, you'll gain velocity on your arc, and there's your boost.
Hi, JJ. Hey.
Lacey, you look great today.
Thank you.
Door won't open. I'm on 2-4.
Sorry, Chad.
All right, so we're going to pause right there again. So once again, remember, Lacey cannot afford the apartment due to the cost escalating. So this is very important to pay attention because as inflation reduces purchasing power, that's when you lose all control. So you have to look at this as a digital system, which would be converted to a behavior that would determine on who receives access. So just imagine you have two people with the same income, different social scores. Who gets the better rate? Who gets approval? The algorithm will determine that. So let's go back to the HR mentor, which he explains how to optimize her ratings. This is behavior engineering, not self improvement. Optimization, right? In an AI driven economy, algorithms reward predictable behaviors. If AGI evolves, which is artificial general intelligence, decision making could become autonomous, meaning no human intervention required. you cannot argue with the system. They're going to force you to comply with it. Now, let's go look at this next scene real quick because as I've noticed, her coworker looks like he got fired.
Please.
But let's look at this real quick.
Oh, hi. How's it going at Blankman?
Just great.
Well, I bet you work good there.
Thank you.
Okay,
Would you like
now
a
remember.
croissant? They gave me an extra at the coffee place.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Sure,
to
all good, thanks.
speak on this behalf.
Well, here's me, so...
Don't try too hard. It's impossible to respect. High Force can smell it. It'd just be you.
Okay, I apologize about that. And so, going back to the gentleman that was chasing Lacey, okay? Remember, he said his score dropped and what? The doors closed on him. That means employment was restricted. If you notice, access collapse immediately, meaning you don't have no access to anything whatsoever. And how bad you want to push the issue, it would not work because it's all programmed with artificial intelligence and AGI. Once again, artificial general intelligence. But in the future, CBDCs will be programmable. And then employment is digitally verified, which it will benefit the AI administrative. And you know who those people are. So a drop below on a threshold of how this could happen: for one, job loss; two, accounts review; three, restricted transactions; and four, travel limitations. Why? Because of your behavior becomes your survival currency. Remember that. Your behavior becomes your survival currency. The better you are, the more you're able to maneuver. The worse you are, the less that you have the capability of achieving your endeavors, right? And so let's move along to the next clip.
Is the tear too much?
You fucking sociopath.
Ryan, my car's here. Was it too much?
What, the tear, the photo, Mr. Rags?
I do keep them on my desk.
There's sugary and then there's fucking diabetes.
I just want to make her happy on her wedding day.
The captive audience of 4 Holy is 5-starring your ass off. That's just a bonus.
Naomi and I were best friends. I wish her well and want to express that best I can. And yeah, if I nail a speech and get 5-starred by hundreds of primes, so what? It's a win-win.
What are you hoping for? Like 4-3, 4-4?
You get points from your gaming buddies. It's the same thing. Don't shit on me for aiming higher.
Pelican Cove higher?
What's wrong with Pelican Cove? They're great apartments.
All right, let's stop right there. Her brother, Ryan, does not like her friend Naomi. However, her brother Ryan has a low score, which he sees through the system. Meaning he could be one of those conspiracy theories that people don't trust, right? So just think about it. If you was to spoke against this, just imagine how low your score would be. And then also with her brother, he believes she is losing herself. This seems represents the divide between compliance and resistance far as your relationships. See, Ryan sees that Lacey's behavior is no longer authentic. It's all fake. So in a highly digital system, Do you think relationships can be fractured under a social pressure due to your social credit score? Do you think that this will affect your marriage or your relationship with your family? So think about that. Because when it comes to identity, it becomes external validation. You have to validate everything when it comes to this, or else your social credit score would not increase, right?
There's one
And
standby
so
seat
let's
on
go to the
another
next
plane
scene real
leaving tonight.
quick.
That's reserved for members of our Prime Flight program. You gotta be a 4.2 or over to qualify.
Oh, I'm a 4.2.
I'm afraid you're actually a 4.183.
Oh. Well, that's not my fault. Some woman dinged me down in the couch. Can't you just...
I'm sorry, it won't let me book it without the correct ranking.
But it's so close.
There's just nothing I can do.
Christ, I mean, surely.
I'm gonna have to ask you to moderate your language there.
Sorry, it's just... I'm maid of honor. I cannot miss this wedding.
And I am so sorry about that.
Can you call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Can you just call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Call the fucking supervisor.
Okay, that's profanity.
Well, it looks like Lacey done lost her cool, right? So this is where AI and social credit plus the CBDC and the UBI intersect. Okay? So whenever she was on her way to the airport, her score had dropped below. So now access denied. So just imagine AI monitors your every move. And it could be an accident. Just like what she stated to the young lady, hey, someone just got mad. Oh, it's nothing I can do. And then you have AGI makes enforcement decisions. Then you have CBDC that restricts transaction instantly. And UBI, the Universal Basic Income, for those that's hollering, oh my gosh, I can't wait until Trump dropped our stimulus checks. Well, I do want to let you know that payments paused below compliance are allowed. So that means if your social credit score was below like maybe a 3.5 or 3.0, you know that your travel will be denied, employment may be restricted, financial accounts flagged. And so this right here can cause an issue, right? Because what are you going to do when you have children and you're not able to operate in far as taking care of them, right? So let's go to the next slide.
In order to restore calm, I'm invoking my authority as airport security to dock you one full ranking point as a punitive measure. This is a temporary measure.
No!
The score reverts to normal in 24 hours.
No, but I need it now.
Period, all down votes are subject to a ×2 multiplier.
×2?
We're ready to avoid negative feedback at time. Remove yourself from the airport immediately.
Okay, well, due to your ranking, it's going to be 1-5 double dollars. It's all
Okay, so if you could in the comments, please let me know your thoughts on everything. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and then I will answer them thoroughly. Okay, so what we just saw right there was the airport scene. And that young gentleman you just saw, let me see if I can go back to him real quick. Let me go. Now, where he at? Right here. Now, you see how buff he is? And I'm not here for speculations or anything like that. However, If you were to go back and watch the movie, Lacey says something to her brother about, no, I think it was her brother, but correct me if I'm wrong. Make sure you go watch it. But they mentioned something about being cloned for as being incubator babies that's been developed underground. So we've already seen humanoids taking over, right? So what if security is more like a humanoid, like a AGI? Because you see how Buffy is, right? Not saying he's fake. I'm just saying these are just speculations. So that's something you want to think about. And so going back to your behavior, if you have a low score, you won't have no access, meaning access denied. If you have a high score, then guess what? You are more welcome to walk through the door. Now, one thing, a lazy mistake was her brown nosing people because she's not being her true, authentic self. This is where the authentic side of her dies. Now, I want you guys to pay attention because this is more of a psychological cost when it comes to compliance. This can also determine your interactions with other humans. Once again, do you think that this is going to affect your relationship in the future if this were to occur? So these are a lot of things that you have to ask yourself. Now, let me go to this next clip real quick. And we're going to talk about her friends. Okay? Let's talk about her friends real quick.
And there's Mr. Rex.
No! But you invited me. You've seen the guest list. They are all like 4.5 or above. They are going to freak at a 2.6, and I am not taking that kind of damage. Plus, I haven't dipped under a 4.7 in like 6 months.
You said you wanted your oldest friend.
When I asked you to speak, you were a 4.2, okay? And the authenticity of a vintage Bond low 4 at a gathering of this caliber played fantastically in all the simulations we ran. Forecast was a prestige bounce of 0.2 minimum, but now you're a sub 3. Sorry. That just puts the stink on things a little too much. That just plays badly for us.
So it was just about numbers for you?
Oh, cut the shit. It was numbers for both of us.
All right, so in the beginning, Lacey becomes excited because she is invited to a high-rated wedding because her friend has high rates. Remember, Naomi have a 4.8. So now Lacey is thinking, okay, this is going to elevate my score so that I can get this apartment. But it seems like reputation becomes a transferable capital, which this will mirror the influencer economy, the network leverage, and your status. But what is the real connection? Or is it just a transactional networking, right? So go back to Ryan, her brother. He did not like Naomi at all because Naomi mistreated his sister Lacey. And that's when he realized, okay, yeah, my sister is fake. She's not being her true, authentic self. And so now her friend Naomi, which is her best friend, right? Her friend was never authentic. Why? Because her friend uninvited her due to a low score. This was always a strategy, meaning a score that's based on a system. Relationships becomes leverage. And once your score drops, so does your loyalty. Let's go to the next slide.
years ago, Tom, my husband, got cancer. It was pancreatic. It was a real bitch. The symptoms showed up late.
I'm so sorry.
You don't know me, so you're not really sorry. You're mainly awkward because I have sprung some cancer talk at you. Anyway, I five-starred every doctor, every nurse, every high-4 consultant that we had. Ding, 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 thank you so much. And the cancer didn't give a shit. It just kept growing. A couple of months in, we heard about this experimental treatment. It was very expensive. It was very exclusive. I did everything I could to get him a spot there. Tom was a 4.3. They gave his bed to a 4.
Now we're gonna go to the next slide real quick.
Treated me like I had taken a shit at their breakfast table. But Jesus Christ, it felt good. And those fuckers. It was like taking off. Maybe you should try it.
Oh, come on.
Why not?
I can't just kick off my shoes and walk the earth or whatever.
You won't know unless you try.
Oh, that's just... Look, you had something with your life. Real things, good things, and you lost it all, and I'm sorry. So now you've got nothing left to lose. But I don't even have the something worth losing. Not yet, you know. I mean, I'm still fighting for that.
And what is that?
I don't know. Enough to be content.
Now, as you can see, the truck driver, she has a low score. And I believe her score was like a 2.0. And Lacey was very skeptical. Was thinking the lady was crazy. But that's when Lacey figured out that this young lady was very calm. She was grounded, genuine, kind, honest, and the key word was authentic. This particular scene challenges the matrix. So my question is score truly measuring characters, or is it measuring the comfortable side, right? So this is the human cost of the algorithm part of the judgment. People will start judging you because of your low score. They don't even ask you what happened. They're just going to assume. So that's what Lacey did with this lady, and the lady just showed her another side of her because she used to be a 4.3 until her husband had passed away from cancer. And how he passed away from cancer is because they gave his bed to someone with a higher score. Her husband would have been alive if they had a higher score. That's when the truck driver, she lost her dignity. And that's when she said, enough. I need to be my true, authentic self. Let's go to the next slide.
She had this tight ass, like 2 fists. I was all like, through the hallways in high school.
And she was there for me, holding my hair back, as I knelt, vomiting in front of the crowd.
All right, now this is where Lacey breaks down. That's when she realized that her friend was not her true, authentic self. And you see how emotional she got when she realized everybody was just clicking on the score and her social credit score was decreasing. That's when the fakeness was being shredded from her immediately and her true, authentic self had came through. Let me mute myself out and we're going to play the next slide real quick.
And I guess that's why you kept me around so long? Until you got your new job and your fancy new friends. And that fucking jackhole. And you didn't need me. You probably got another me. You know, I guess there's some other BFF you moved on to like a succubus. I'm getting to Mr. Rags, okay? Jesus! Stay back. Stay the fuck back! I'll kill him! I'll cut his head off and stick it on my ass! Time's nearly up. Hey,
Calm down.
All right, so now Lacey, she done lost all her marbles. She is livid. Once again, she breaks because she's hurt. She's upset. She's been living a fake life. And now she's figuring out, like, this is not me. So, because the system had collapsed her true identity, it took everything away from her. So this is a psychological dependency on validation. A lot of people seek validation on social media every day. So just imagine once all of this advanced to where you have to get up early in the morning and you have to socialize with people during your daytime, like face to face, physically or digitally on a social media platform. Trust me, it's going to get there one day. But you also have to think about it is once they occur, when reputation becomes currency, rejection becomes bankruptcy. So remember that, okay? So I am going to close that part out real quick. I don't know if anybody wants to come on here, but if you could just go ahead and put into the chat that you are ready to come on here, and then I will send the link so that way everybody can hear your voice. And if not, hey, it's no issue. We can try this again another day. So I would mute myself out and see if anyone would like to participate and share me your biggest takeaway on what you just saw. Can everyone hear me? Okay, so what I want to share real quick, because I'm not sure if anybody wants to come on here, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm not forcing you to. However, where I'm going with this is, give me 1 second. What I just went over tonight is as far as the TV series of Black Mirror and Nosedive. I just want to let you know that the episode does not show a dictator. Okay, I said that before in the beginning. It shows convenience evolving into control. Once again, this is a part of AI, AGI, CBDC, UBI, which is all converted into a social credit system. So ask yourself this question: what if identity becomes digital and your money becomes programmable? And then AI makes all of the final decisions. Do you think this will protect humanity? Ask yourself those questions. Do you? Because after looking at that one scene with the gentleman, the security guard, and Lacey at the airport, excuse me, it seems like there was not even going to be no exceptions when it comes to negotiation. It's either a yes or a no, right? Do you think becoming negotiable would be a problem and an issue for the future? Let's think about that. And so, since no one has requested to appear on the stage, we're going to go ahead and move forward. And so, I'm going to go ahead and close this out real quick. And I just want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. And so, next week is part 15. And this is where we will be closing the whole full series of From Barter to Blockchain, part 1 through 15. Make sure you take a look at it on YouTube underneath the username at BWE Tribal Academy. Go to our playlist and click on The Rise of Old Money. That will be From Barter to Blockchain, part 1 to 8. And then the second edition is The Rise of New Money, which is From Barter to Blockchain, part 9 to part 14. Okay? So once again, we examine where the blockchain fits, and we're going to question ourselves: does decentralization protect freedom, or does centralization scale efficiency? So that will conclude From the Barter to Blockchain, and I hope to see you guys in the building next Thursday. Okay? And I just want to tell you guys to contact us if you have any other additional questions. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms under username BWE Tribal Academy. And once again, thank you so much for joining us. And before we close out tonight, I want to make a special dedication. February the 6th of 2026 marks the 3-year anniversary of Black Wealth Education, which is the headquarters of BWE Tribal Academy. And it's also the day my auntie Jacqueline Hunter Russell has transitioned. She was one of the voices who encouraged me to move forward with BWE Tribal Academy. When I doubted myself and when I felt the pressure and when I questioned my spirit whether educating our community would be so difficult, my auntie looked at me in my eyes and said, T baby. And that's what she called all her nieces and nephews, T baby. We was all her T baby. And she said, T baby, if this is what God placed in your heart, then you may need to move forward because this could be your calling. And because of her encouragement, I am here at BWE Tribal Academy 3 years later. And trust me, there have been some obstacles dealing with our people. But guess what? By the grace of God, I'm still here. And I'm so forever thankful that God had used my auntie to speak to me directly because I was going to give up and shut the door. And that's when God said, no, you need to move forward and you need to speak up. So today, as I move forward, I am going to continue educating our community. I'm going to help build the financial stability in our community far as filling in that financial gap. And I'm going to continue serving our community. And before I conclude this out, I would like to take a brief moment of silence in her honor. Thank you, everyone. And once again, thank you so much, Auntie Jackie. You will never be forgotten, and you will always forever be in my heart. And I truly, truly love you so much. You're a T baby, Leisha. And so, guys, before I close everything out, I am going to introduce you to Miss Zola. And she is my AI spokesperson. She will be guiding you on how to subscribe and stay connected with me personally on Facebook. Okay? So once again, guys, thank you all for joining me. Make sure you guys stay aware of what's going on. Stay prepared. And I will see you in part 15, okay? And before I leave, what do I always tell you guys? You make sure you want to stay prayed up, drink lots of water, and mind your own doggone business. And I love you guys. Later. Take it away, Miss Zola.
Hello, I'm Zola, the official AI spokesperson for Alicia Hunter, also known worldwide as the Crypto Queen. With over 8 years of experience studying the financial markets, Alicia has helped countless individuals understand crypto, stocks, forex, AI, and modern monetary systems. She is also the founder of BWE Tribal Academy, her online educational hub you may already be familiar with. As a monthly subscriber, you'll get exclusive access to Alicia's private educational content covering crypto, stocks, forex trading, AI, AGI, market psychology, and more. Make sure you click the notification button because Alicia may surprise you with early market insights or execution updates, helping you stay prepared before major financial moves. Subscribe today and join a powerful community committed to financial empowerment. Disclaimer: as a friendly reminder, all information shared is for educational purposes only. Alicia Hunter is not a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a qualified professional before making investment decisions.